I met a family that had sold their first operation to a high net worth individual who now runs a private jet company. With the profits of that, they went to set up their new AOC, AirX. So luckily, they made a lot of money from other businesses, but they invested a lot of this money, sadly, into new aircraft. So we had, I think, 3 citations for, I can't remember the number. They were under repossession notice. They were in litigation, 4 million of debt, bankrupt at any moment you could think of. So I said, well, look, I'll take on all your debt and I'll fight my way out the trading position. I'll buy the company for a cent, essentially, and I'll turn it around.
Yep.
And by doing so, I got them out of their personal guarantees, which was pretty big for them company-wise. They still had them with the assets, but company-wise, it was big. Mm. And I fired everyone I could think of, cut it to the bone, went round and saw banks, and tried to lease in aircraft. But the problem was AirX as a core was not creditworthy to do so. So I set up another AirX in Malta to rescue this AirX that I talked about at that time in Germany. And then banks started to talk to us and, trust us with the lease. And so with 250,000 euros, I took the first lease. And then from there, second, third, went round and started leasing. And slowly built AirX up. I mean, we were doing, 8 million a year revenue in 2012. We're now at 150, 155. That's not a bad growth rate if you think about that. That's bootstrapped. No investor, no overdraft, no loans. That's it. Yeah. And some colossal mistakes along the way. We're trying and testing. But in the last 4 years, it's really, in engine terms, it's now, you can hear all the cylinders rattling away. It's on point now. I've really got it to where I want it to be. It's good.
What did you do? Did you buy, as you grew your fleet, you started with a couple of, your small, just a handful of airplanes. Did you actively go out and look for Challenger 850s?
I knew I needed a large cabin. That was for sure. So I started to play the Avanode game I was talking about. So you pick a route that you look at charter, you've just got booked. Yeah. This is a really cool exercise for any operator to do this, to work out the odds of you getting that flight.
Yeah.
And then you put that route into Avanode, for example, or whatever system you use over in America. And you look at how many aircraft are available to do that flight. And that was the warning bell for me. I thought, holy hell, we're in a saturated sector of the market. Mm-hmm. I've got a 1 in 270 chance of getting each flight on a good day. And I've got no cabin to speak of, no sliding door, no privacy, and I'm putting hostesses on board citations. This is got to be like the worst business plan you could think of in aviation. So we started to up our game. Mm-hmm. And then when we went to cabin, and I said, well, okay, what's the average sector time? So I started looking at the flight plans on the CFMU and saying, forget all the noise of range and how quiet it is and what avionics it has. They don't care about that. Let's look at what they're using for. And I came up with this number of, I remember, 3.2. So I looked over all the heavy jets in Europe and realized 3.2 is their average sector time. If 3.2 is their average sector time, why do I need to go and spend a finance lease of $35 million on an aircraft when something like an 850 at $5 million makes total sense? Mm-hmm. And that's when we started to make money. And it was really good.